Okay, what do you need to do or what steps do you need to take to attract true love? If that's something that you have been wondering, we will find out, or you can find out with our pick a card. So we have pile one, pile two, and pile three. So just take a few moments to see which deck resonates with you or which card decks, and we will get started momentarily. Hi, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. Please make sure that you hit the like button if you like these videos or if you would like to see more of them. And let me know how the messages resonate. Let's get started. Welcome, pile one. We're going to go ahead and jump into your reading to see what steps you need to take to attract true love. We're actually going to start this and all of the decks. We're starting off with the Situation Love Oracle deck. So I'm going to go ahead and pull three cards to see what those actual steps are. Also, you guys, make sure that if you would like your own personal reading with me, check out the description box and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to get us out there in the algorithm so that I am motivated to keep making these videos for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's jump in. Oh, that's interesting. Just FYI, you guys, the deck is completely upright, and for some reason the last one came in reverse. All right, so the first card that we have that we're going to focus on is backstabbing, which says heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, and shocking attack. So I feel for pile one, you may have either recently actually, let me take away recently. I do feel like for some of you guys, it is fairly, or it feels fairly recent for you that you may have been, you feel like you've been deceived in a relationship. So either you feel like someone did not hold true to their promises of like you guys being together, or they were just, I'm hearing low down dirty dog, right? Or they just were low down and dirty, and so they deceived you throughout the entirety of the relationship. I don't know what that is for you, but as it relates to the steps that you need to take to attract true love, I'm going to say right off the bat, there's something to do with having to heal that energy, release it, and let it go. Now, if you want to forgive the person or not forgive the person, I'm not going to get into that. I feel like that's completely up to you. I don't feel like it's actually necessary for you to be able to move on. But you do what is going to work out for you, what's going to work in your own best interest. Okay, so right underneath the backstabbing, we have right off the bat, we have the Ace of Cups. I feel like you need to look at whatever this is as a new beginning, or not just look at it as a new beginning. Let me get rid of all of that frou-frou, whatever. You need to start, right? This is like whatever happened in the past, it's long gone. That past relationship, it's long gone. Let it go. Look at your new beginning in the face, accept it, honor it, and enjoy. There's something to do with you needing to actually enjoy it. At the bottom of the deck, here we have the Knight of Swords. So I feel like, you have some real, like, you have an opportunity, like with this next relationship, for something that is going to be dramatically different. There's that sense of like big changes. It's going to be something dramatically different. But at the top of the deck, we have death. So again, it just reiterates that you're going to have to let go of whatever this is that you are holding on to, or you have been, I'm hearing the word hankering, but that you've been holding on to with this past person. That's too much. But what I do want to say, you guys, is I feel like whoever you are, there might be a sense of like, you don't really even, first of all, you may not have necessarily really loved the person. Don't shoot the messenger, right? But you may not have necessarily loved the person. I feel like you may have loved like some certain characteristics about this person. And the reason why this is important, even if you did love them, the reason why it's important for you to identify those characteristics, those traits, is so that you can put them on like your list, your wish list for your true love partner, the person that, you know, is going to come in for you. Like, you want to make sure that those are traits that this person has. So it's kind of like, make new friends, but keep the old, right? But we're going to say, you want to find someone that has those traits in that old person that you really loved, but then you also want to equally identify the traits that you didn't love, to make sure that the people that you are dating, the people that you are, spending time with or trying to get to know or whatever, because love is a process, right? It's not this one and done thing that people, want to think that it is, right? So while you're in the process of getting to know a person and falling in love or being in love, or, whatever this is for you, you want to know, you need to know upfront what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you are not looking for. So I feel like whoever you are, you definitely need to I'm here making a list, checking it twice, gotta find out who's naughty or nice. So you need to definitely make a list of the things that you loved about that past person that you can't seem to let go of, but also equally make a list of the things that you did not love about that person, the ones that really led to kind of like the downfall of the relationship, I would say, right? Okay, so the next one that we have here is the Two of Cups. That's interesting. So we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Two of Cups. So once you start to heal whatever this heartbreak is, with that Two of Cups, there's something to do with, focusing in on only positive relationships. Once you start to see that someone is full of deception, someone is deceitful, someone, I'm hearing they made it up. If you see that someone has made up some things about who they are or what they stand for, you have to nip it in the bud right then and right there. Okay, so let's keep going. What else do we need to know? For the first one, which is you healing your heart, or healing this past situation, what we have is the Magician, right? I feel like you need to know, like, the Magician is definitely about you taking your power back, you taking control of, not just your life in this instance, but your love life, knowing that you are more than capable of taking back or being in control of your love life. You have everything that you need to ensure a loving relationship and partnership. You know what it is that you need. So you're just going to have to kind of take that into your own hands. I'm going to go to, like, if you have this whole mentality, right, of like, you don't get to control who you love, or like there's some type of mentality of, whoever, God or the universe sends me, you need to take your power back. You're giving your power away to an outside force. And I'm not trying to be funny when I tell you this, but this relationship and this life that you're wanting to live, the universe isn't going to live it for you. You are. So you have to make sure that you're happy. God, I'm not trying to be funny, is not going to live that life with that person for you. You're going to have to do it. God, universe, the Most High, whatever it is that you prescribe to, they've already given you all of the power, all of the tools, all of the resources that you need, and they are trusting you to use it accordingly. Okay, so I'm hearing something about the buck stops here. Okay, so there's something to do with some type of accountability and some ownership for your love life, and So let's keep going. The second card that we have, or the second step. So the first one was about healing. Maybe there's something that you're holding on to from the past. The second one is love, and it says unconditional love. It says self-love and wholeness, and we have affection and attraction and selflessness. What I'm really guided to is self-love. Okay, so one of the major things when it comes to like that first one with healing your heart, maybe you were dealing with someone who was full of deception and lies, and you kind of overlooked some red flags. And that's something that you're going to, you're going to have to stop doing that. I'm just going to say that. And when you stop doing that, that's all part of a process of loving on yourself. Because when you truly love yourself, when you truly put yourself first, when you know that you are whole and complete, whether or not a true love comes in or not, right? Outside of yourself, and outside true love comes in or not, you are whole and complete. So there is something to do with, you needing to work on self-love, I'm hearing, and preservation. Someone needs to, you need to make sure that you are putting yourself first, that you are loving on yourself the way that you want to be loved on. And there's something to do with protecting your heart, protecting yourself in that sense. Okay. So let's see what else we get out of this. All right. So the first card that we get for this one, we have the Page of Pentacles. And with the Page of Pentacles, oh yeah, I'm gonna say there's something to do with practicality, and also staying true, with this self-love thing. I don't know if you're the type of person that when a new love or lover comes in, you put them before yourself, right? You put your goals on hold. You're one of those people, maybe you like to fix, you like those fixer uppers perhaps. And so if this person I'm hearing is mimicking you, because maybe you're very goal oriented and you talk about your goals, and so this person starts talking about theirs as well, you kind of start investing your time and energy that is meant for yourself and meant for your goals of whatever this is that you're trying to do, and you start trying to build up and pull this person up by their bootstraps. But that's not how that saying goes, whether we believe in that saying or not. This person is meant to motivate themselves. Yeah, you can cheer them on, but essentially this person is meant to take the steps themselves. This person is meant to be self-motivated the way that you are. If they're not, I would say they're actually not on your level. They're actually not. They're just not. Okay. And that is something to do with perhaps you are settling for less than what it is that you truly deserve, for whatever reason. At the bottom, we have the Knight of Wands. It has something to do, something to do with I'm hearing you're free to move about the cabin, right? There's something to do with you remaining independent, maintaining something to do with your independence when it comes to holding on to your goals, because that's another way to show love to yourself, to show that you prioritize yourself above all other things. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what else? Yeah, we have the Four of Wands here. There's something to do with it's not about, no, let me think. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of you need to have your thing, they need to have their thing, and then it's you can have, something collective. So there's something to do with one of the meanings for the Four of Wands has to do with community success. So there's something that you guys can do together as a couple. But first and foremost, make sure that you're doing your own thing, that you're pouring into your own thing as well. And that is the actual top priority. So there's something to do with that. Like, like maybe that is, if you're wanting, I don't know if there's something to do with like someone who typically is enmeshed, like you're enmeshed in those relationships, like really clingy, really, everything together. You can still have something together with your partner and do something with your partner together as a couple, or, later on, even a family thing or like a family business, right? If you're looking to build something, in that instance, but that is going to be in addition to you still taking care. I'm hearing taking care of business. That's in addition to you taking care of your own business. And at the bottom, we have the Hermit. I feel like, number one, I'm seeing two people just kind of working together to like do the research and, do all of those things together. But also I feel like there's something that you're meant to just like do on your own and have to yourself, both of you. It's actually going to be in your best interest and in your partner's best interest as well. So, there's something to do with like it making you stronger, stronger together. Okay. We at the top, we have, Ace of Swords. And there's something to do with like, that has something to do with like, sound decision, like making a sound decision. So yeah, it's completely impractical for you to just drop some here and stop, drop, and roll, to stop everything that you're doing. I'm here because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Yeah, this is like, I'm serious. Someone, if this is you, like you might be the type of person that you drop everything for a person, or for, I'm hearing it's amore, like you're stopping everything for this person. And I feel like one of the things that one of your characteristics that is very attractive even to the people that you deal with is your independence. And it's almost like, let me be honest, it's almost like someone feels like you've pulled a bait and switch when you start off super independent and, taking care of yourself. And then all of a sudden you just wrap yourself into a relationship and you're no longer doing all of the things that you did that, that's why they were attracted to you in the first place. So there's something to do with just definitely sticking to self-love, right? Loving on yourself. That's something that people actually love about you. It's not you being selfish. You're the people that whoever you're meant to be with, that's what they love. Okay. So finally we have the Knight of Swords that came out. Oh, my tummy's growling, you guys. I do apologize. I feel like that's going to be a major change for you, but also if you, make sure that you kind of stick to that. Okay, stay true to that. You're going to see some major shifts or some major changes when it comes to the quality of relationships that you bring in and the quality of relationships that you maintain. I feel like, at the bottom we have the Justice. And, I feel like when you are doing that whole thing where you stop, drop, and roll, where you drop everything for another person or for another person's goals, there's something to do with like one of you ends up really bored. Because it's just too much. It's too much being together. And it also leads to some type of fighting, arguments, and that type of a thing. And that's because you don't have enough space, right? You don't have enough space. So things become quite unbalanced. And if that's something that you struggle with, there might be something that you need to heal, quote unquote. I try to stay away from all of that, like needing to heal thing now, because I feel like there's nothing really to heal. I feel like you just need to make that determination. Like you need to decide that this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to be, and just do it. Especially if like you need to keep your eye on the prize. If for you it is true love, if it is like a truly loving and successful relationship, then you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's just what it is, right? Okay, so moving on. So we have, making sure that if you're holding on to either an old relationship, or maybe you're still holding on to some type of emotions, or, bitterness or upset about being deceived and lied to in the past, there's something to do with like letting that go. That's the first step. The second step has to do with like pouring into yourself, focusing on yourself, and not letting that go, not stopping that just because you meet someone who is potentially the person, that you're wanting to be with. Remember, love is a process. And now we are to the third one, which we have Cupid's arrow, and that is actually in reverse. And it says, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, and struck by love. I don't know if you can see that. So what I'm guided to with this being in reverse, I'm actually guided to two things. I'm guided to where it says have faith, and I'm guided to struck by love. And hear me out. The reason why I feel like the have faith is in reverse is because your step 3 is more about you deciding, or from this moment on, making sure, kind of like what we talked about with this magician, with you taking, accountability and knowing that you have like the power, taking your power back when it comes to relationships, and making sure that you're not just like giving, free reign, or, just like, oh, I just believe in people right off the bat. There's something to do with, making a list and checking it twice. I think we've already talked about that, but not putting all of your faith in a person, or all of your faith in a relationship, or all of your faith in the concept of love at all, right? There's something to do with letting go of this mentality of like, you're struck by love, like, you just fall in love, like it's just something that you don't have any control over. Like Cupid just shot you with an arrow and took over, like, put you in some type of weird, creepy spell to where you have to love this person, even though they're full of deceit and lies. Like, you're gonna have to let that go. And I feel like you're going to have to be much more strategic in the people that you're surrounding yourself with when it comes to relationship, being much more strategic with the type of people that you actually date. When you're on this, journey of love. Okay. So let's see what else we get here. Like, I'm hungry, but I'm trying not to eat until after a certain time. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so the first card here, for this one, we have the Six of Swords. I feel like, and the Six of Swords can have something to do with like just kind of relaxing and letting things just like move forward on their own. I feel like, notice, like, she is walking away. She has her bags packed and she's walking away. And there's something to do with like you being able to release and walk away from this whole concept of like you don't have control over, being in love, or you don't have control over who it is that you love. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but that might be something that is, super important. At the bottom, we have Eight of Wands. It's almost like she received or some news, or she saw something, or she heard something, and she was done immediately. Okay. I mean, we don't know if it was immediate or not, but what we do know is that she's releasing that relationship and she's letting it go, and she's not just sticking by someone's side no matter what, or just because, right? No excuses for why it is that you have to like stick by someone's side. There is no more of that. Okay. If you gotta let it go, you gotta let it go. Okay. At the top, we have the the Queen of Cups, which, you know, this is the one, like, this is the queen that's super loving and super kind and super nurturing. So not just like sticking it through because you feel like that's the nice thing to do, or, you know, there could be something, some type of, you know, you've identified as someone who is just super nice or super, yeah, super nice, right? But, you know, nice guys, nice girls, sometimes they do finish last. I'm just going to say that. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know? So, yeah, not putting your faith into, all of your faith into, you know, this one person or this one relationship. And even when you're dating, right, throughout this dating phase, like, I don't know, you know, if you like one person, it's like they're at the front of the line and then you just leave everybody, you know, like, let's say you have a roster, right? And I don't know if you believe in a roster or not, but if you're trying to quickly get to the person, like true love, then that's might be something that you want to invest in, right? In having an actual roster. And you know, I don't know. But basically, like, you know, you invest all of your time and energy into one person and you leave everyone else by the wayside. So like you put all of your faith in one person, or you're putting all of your eggs into one basket, so to speak, only to find out, especially if you're too nice or too kind, like we saw that Queen of Cups, you know, it turns out that this person was full of deception and lies, right? Because when you are focusing in on just that one person, it's almost like they have like an opportunity, right? They have all of your time, all of your attention, and they have all of your faith. You're pouring all of your faith into that one person because, you know, you don't want to start over again. You don't want to, you know, you don't like dating or something like that. Well, and it's kind of harder to see this person's lies and deceit because you're just dealing with this one person. I mean, there's something to do with that. I don't know. But we have here the Hierophant. So for some of you guys, this could have something to do with, you know, just like your traditional values, or, you know, yeah, something to do perhaps with like, you know, religion or something, the way that you have been taught with, you know, like dating or something like that. I split the deck and there's that Five of Pentacles, but I feel like whatever this is, like someone ends up, I don't know, like things end and then you have to start, you know, like I said, things end, you have to start all over again, and it's really frustrating. So there's some, like, that means you're just going to have to do something different. You're going to have to try something different. Be open to trying something different. Okay. Yeah, we have at the top, we have the Ace of Wands here. And this one is, you know, yeah, about fresh start. It's about, you know, maybe some new ideas or creativity. Like you're just going to have to do something in a completely different way. And it might look different than, you know, those traditional norms, traditional values, the way that, you know, you're used to. What does Dr. Phil say? There's something to do with, like, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. So if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you keep approaching your love life, your dating life, your relationships in the same way over and over again, but you're expecting things to just go different this time. Well, why would they go? Why would things be different? Right? So here we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's something to do with, you know, you're going to have to be a lot more daring. You're just going to have to kind of, I don't know, you're just going to have to do something different. You're going to have to be open to doing things different. And here we go again with, like, you know, new beginnings, new opportunities. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, and I feel like this is also signifying that this is where you're going to start. This is when you'll start getting a lot more momentum as it relates to, you know, your relationships, or, you know, finding love. Okay, at the top, sorry, we have the Five of Swords, and look, you know, there's something to do with, like, he's playing a video game here that's like something to do with competition, right? and, you know, may the best man or woman win. I mean, seriously. I mean, that's just what it is. So, yeah. And let's see, what other messages do we have for pile 1? Messages for pile 1. Let me get a card. Oh, geez. Yeah, we have feather. It says, think first before you judge. And we have mural, be your own first priority. Let's do one more. We have red and it says forgive. Okay. So definitely something with, you know, forgiving, releasing the past, or, you know, whatever. Making sure with this think first before you judge, like not just jumping head first or jumping into things without thinking them through. No, you know, just pull back with this, giving all of these people the benefit of the doubt. Let them prove themselves to you, rather than you always feeling like you have to prove yourself to them. And, you know, make sure that you're not throwing your goals or, you know, your needs by the wayside just for the sake of like a relationship. Make sure that you are your own first priority, because when you're making yourself the priority, whoever it is that's in your life, they will know that that is the expectation, and they will make you a priority as well. So I hope that this message was helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this message resonates. If you would like your own personal reading, check out the description box. All right. I love you and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah. Welcome pile 2 or deck 2 to your reading, where we're going to find out what steps you need to take to attract true love. So we are actually going to start off with the Situation Love Oracle deck to get your steps, and then we're going to go ahead and go from there. But first, you guys, make sure that you hit that like button, that you're engaging with a comment to let me know that you like this type of reading and you want to see more. Okay. Also, if you are interested in your own reading, your own personal reading with me, be sure to check out the description box. Okay. There are instructions there. So the first card that we have for you is the coffee cup. And the coffee, hold on, you guys. I don't like how that flipped out. Do we keep this? Yes or no? No. Okay, I'm getting a no. It was mirror, so we'll see if it pops back out. But it was in reverse. So we have coffee cup, and coffee cup says meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, and building friendship. The second card that we have is Poker Face. Poker Face says taking a chance, risks and options. We have two that popped out. It says the Chaser and the Hammer. Let me see. Do I keep both of these? I'm sorry. There are a lot of interruptions. Deck 2, pile 2, I don't know if, like, when it comes to you with your true love, I don't know if you have like a lot of interference. So this could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. But some of you guys may need to address poachers. I'm hearing the word poachers. But meaning like either you have like family members or you have friends that every time you have a relationship, here they come trying to you may have some, okay, this is weird. I've never had this, but you may have like some of those weird kind of like, you know, girlfriends or guy friends that they want everything that you have, but you haven't addressed this. So every time you have a person that, you know, you think that this is going to last, here comes some, you know, no offense to your friend or family member or whoever this is, but they want what you have. I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that, because I'm going to say something that, you know, you may not like, because you probably love your family and friends, right? So there's something to do with that. But do I keep both of these cards? I guess that was and I'm getting yes, so that's interesting. You're the first one where I'm guided to have two for one here. But we have the chaser. Okay, so Poker Face says taking a risk, risks and options, not showing hand, and gambling. And then for the third one, the third step, what we're going to use as a step, we have the chaser and we have hammer. Hammer, it says sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. And then we have the chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing, and codependencies. So let's go ahead and dive into your actual reading. So the first step, we are looking at the coffee cup. And what I'm guided to for your first step, or the first thing that you need to do, it has something to do with savoring the moment. So pile 2, I don't know if like, I don't want to use the word desperate, like but there is a sense of like desperation when it comes to like I'm hearing it's my money and I want it now. Like you know that you have like a true love, or you have like a really juicy, beautiful relationship that is meant for you. You know that it's out there and you want it now. Like you're tired of like digging through trash, or you're tired of like there's something to do with like you want this relationship. You know that it's meant for you and you want it right now. But the problem with that is that you are so focused on the idea or the concept of, is this the one? Could this be the one? This is the one, that you're not actually savoring the moment. You're not actually enjoying the journey, the process, the chase. You're not enjoying the relationship. You're not getting to, enjoying getting to know the actual person to make sure that, yeah, this is your true love. Okay. Or that this is someone that you're definitely, meant to not just attract in, but that you're meant to keep in your world. I'm hearing it's your world and I'm just a squirrel, but that this person is actually meant to be a part of your life. Okay, because everyone that you attract in is not going to be your true love. Everyone that you attract in is not going to be for your highest and greatest good. Everyone that you attract in is not going to be for you. They're not going to be the one. So there is going to be a sense of like you're going to have to use your discernment. And part of that, it's not about like you learning a lesson. Like that's not what it's about. It is about the Most High, God, the universe wants you to simply enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, slow it down. Okay, slow it down. But that's what I'm getting initially. So let's jump into your cards, you guys. Let's see what else we get with this. So we're starting off with step 1 for you is savoring the moment. You could be someone that you say, like, oh, I'm tired of dating, or, I just want to skip over. I'm hearing, can we skip to the good part? You thinking that the actual relationship, like the committed long-term relationship is the good part. But, that's not what it's about. It's really like you're skipping over, all of the fun. Like it's almost like you're skipping through steps to where what you're going to end up finding yourself dealing with is like you're dealing with a whole lot of like a monotony. You're dealing with a whole lot of extra responsibility, and not to harp and say that, that's how all relationships are, or, that's the end result for all of them, but it is a part of relationships. It is a part of commitments, especially if you're someone who like you have not, had kids, or you still have like, you're still like, whether you have kids or not, like the person, your next love, your true love, you're wanting to have kids with them, right? There are going to be some extra responsibilities that come along with that. And if you're rushing to skip through all of this, the scales, I don't know. If you're rushing to skip through all of the steps, like you're missing out on a beautiful opportunity to just get to know your person. And when you're in that stage, in that phase of like getting to know your person, that is what is going to make sure that you are, I don't know, is something to do with like building the foundation of your relationship. Yeah. About let no man, I don't know. There's something to do with like not allowing people. Remember, I said something about interference. There's a something to do with interference. Like if you have family members, like, you know, maybe they don't want your man or your woman or something like that, but they do like to be all up in your grill and all up in your business, all up in your relationships. You know, that does do damage on relationships, right? That does put strain on relationships. And you might be someone who has dealt with like either your family or friends or your partner's family or friends interfering and intervening and putting their noses where it doesn't belong. And then it ends up sabotaging your actual relationship because you haven't had enough time to really truly savor one another and get to know one another on a deeper level, and just to truly build the foundation of your relationship. I mean, there's something to do with that. Seriously. I don't know. Let me grab. I might need. I know that these cards have what I guess YouTube might consider as nudity, although they're totally not. But in case we need to cover, I'm gonna pull those out. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so savoring the moment. What do we need to know about step 1? Pile 2 needs to savor the moment. Yes, look at that. We have the 4 of Cups, right? This is like, you know, notice how she's not noticing. She's like, look at this. I only have these 3 cups and I'm tired of these 3 cups. And, you know, but like there's something new that like this person is like just basically in this state of lack, right? Is what I'm going to say. And, you know, because they're so focused on things that they don't have or opportunities that they don't have, or, you know, the relationship, the committed relationship that they don't have, hint, hint, that they don't see that there is a great opportunity, you know, for love that is being offered to them. Okay. But there's something to do with having to needing to focus on the actual, enjoyment of the relationship, as opposed to focusing on what it is that you don't have. Oh, I don't have a ring. Oh, I don't have somebody that I'm living with. Oh, I don't have that. Like, no, focus on like if you have someone in your life right now, or you're about to meet someone, you know, when the next person that you meet, like they're wanting to get to know you, they're investing their time, money, and energy into you. Like that's what you need to focus on. I'm like seeing people that like, I don't even care. It doesn't matter how old you are, but this is like you're having, nights where you're staying up late and you're just talking about anything and everything. This is like you're traveling together. This is like, you know, I don't know. There's something to do with just like enjoying the ride, getting to know one another. Okay. Because I feel like, you know, you may feel like you're stuck and stagnant, like in this repeated cycle of not being able to find the one. But all the while, what it is that you're actually like you're getting great opportunities and you're missing out on them. Okay. Oh, I might need to rush this one. I'm sorry, you guys. But let's keep going. I have a low battery that popped up. Says 20%, so we might be able to make it. We'll see. All right. Yeah, and that's funny. Like you might be tired. You might feel like you're tired of this. Yeah. We have the Devil here. We have the Devil card. And this is like I don't know. I just feel like there's something. It's not a temptation. This is like a habit that you need to release, that you need to let go of. A habit of rushing is what I really think that is. And once you do that, like you will be absolutely shocked at the end result. Okay. Or there's something to do with like, you know, you keep repeating this habit, like you keep this habit of like, it's kind of like, I don't know if someone is scaring someone away, because it's always like a focus on like, you know, oh, marriage, 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 marriage. And not everybody is just like, that's not their focus. Someone wants to, like, some people want to make sure that it's not necessarily about the marriage. Someone wants to make sure that this is going to last, that you guys are going to be happy, that this is going to work out. I mean, I don't know. There's something to do with that, you guys. But next we have here the Ace of Wands. This is about like, one of the meanings of the Ace of Wands has to do with like, you know, not just fresh start, but I'm really being guided to like enthusiasm. Where is your enthusiasm for the actual person that you're dealing with and for the actual relationship? Someone needs to show more enthusiasm and just savor the moments of like actually dating. Like there's something to do with that, you guys. Yes. Yes. I feel like someone just wants to cut to the chase, you know, and you may have like really valid, really good reasons for that, but slow down. I'm hearing that song, slow down. I just want to get to know you. And at the top, we have the magician here. You have like the, you have everything that you need to just make beautiful magic happen in your relationships, to manifest the love of your life or the love of your dreams, or, you know, whatever this is. But, you know, there's something to like it. I don't know. Yeah, let's keep going. Poker face, we have taking a chance, risks and options, and not showing your hand. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys, and this is going back to this one, but like I'm guided to not showing your hand. I feel like, you know, for some of you guys, step 2 is like not telling people, like the person that you meet, you can't tell them right off the bat, like, yeah, I want to get married like within, you know, 3 months and blah, blah, blah. And I want to have 2,000 kids. Like, you know, and of course I have a slight issue with this exaggeration. Okay. But it's like going back to that, slow down. Don't spill all the beans like right away. It doesn't mean that you're withholding anything, but don't show everything it is. Like, I don't know. It's like, I'm hearing someone say like, well, dang, like, do they want me or do they like me? Or is it, you know, like they just want to use me? Like some people might, like it might come across to other people, and I've never even thought about it like this, but it might come across to someone or some people that you're dealing with that you're just using them. You're absolutely just using them. And then, of course, you know, if we want to get hypothetical and technical and, you know, logical and whatever, everyone's using everyone, right? For something. But like this doesn't sit right with this person or these people, that it's like, you know, you just are using them as like a stepping stone to get to, you know, brownie points or bragging rights of saying that you're married, or bragging rights, or, you know, like you just want to use them to hurry up and have some kids, or, you know, there's something to do with that, you guys, seriously. Yeah. I feel like whoever your true love is, whoever you're actually going to end up with, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, you guys, because my opinions are quite different from others, but I feel like the person that you're dealing with, like they are so, like the way that you want love, this person wants to know that they're loved as well. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. Like both people are like, you know, because I'm not one, like I feel like I'm not even going to go there. Let's just leave it at your person believes in true love, believes in, you know, the magic of love and all of that stuff just as much as you do. And they don't want to feel like, because they might be questioning, do you really want love? Or do you just want babies and marriage? Do you just want, I'm hearing a pretty face. Do you just want someone like out of habit, right? Because you're just tired of dating. Like it might come across that way. Okay. So there's something to do like with this Fool card. It's like this person, it really makes me feel like this person is just like about to walk over this ledge. Like it's like they're walking to their doom because they're throwing everything out there. And I feel like it's unattractive to someone, to some people. Not everybody likes that. Like, obviously, you know, if you're just looking, like, they know you're not there just for a hookup, or that would have already been established, right? So if this person is, sorry, my tummy is growling, but if this person is like putting time, money, and energy into you, yeah, that is the assumption. Yeah, they're dating for, you know, yeah, there's something to do with that. Let me just keep going. But under this not showing your hand, we have the 9 of Cups. I feel like someone is, I don't know, this is interesting because I'm all about being selfish and whatnot. So this is funny. But someone, like, I feel like the guidance, like, you're going to have to stop being so egocentric or so focused on what you want and what you need that you're just blurting it all out, and you're not getting to know like what these people want and what they need out of the relationship from you. Right? They want to be fulfilled. Like, your person needs to be, like, their cup wants to run over just like you want yours to. Also, let me go back to like this not showing your hand and not blurting out. I'm hearing word vomit, not blurting out everything it is that you're looking for. So whoever you guys are, for one of you, some of you, or none of you, you might be getting stuck with, I'm hearing the short end of the stick, but also like narcissists. So these are people that, you know, like, you blurt out everything it is that you want, need, and desire. And they are like, this is a chameleon. Like, these people, they're going to morph themselves into that so that they can get, yeah, so that you can feel like you're getting everything that you want, need, and desire, so they can get what they want from you, and then they dip out. And then you're left looking like a fool or feeling like a fool. You're not a fool, right? You really are, just like you really want love and you're really into love. But if you keep doing this and this is the result that you keep getting, at some point you're going to have to realize that that is a foolish move that you're making by putting it all out on the table. Someone needs to, this is causing some type of burden. Yeah, that's not in your best interest. Okay. What else? Yeah, we have King of Pentacles. There's something to do with like, okay, so I don't know why, but this, well, yeah, this is making me feel like, remember I said some of you guys are attracting, or you're getting these narcissists that they're like, you're putting everything out on the table. They know what you want, so they know what to say. They know how to push those buttons. They know how to trigger you in the right ways to get you to like quickly fall in love where they're not, right? And like they may, like you may have like a need for like being provided for or being taken care of, or, you know, someone comes in and acts like they have, I'm hearing you got what I need. Someone's pretending like they have exactly what it is that you need, but they actually don't. You're giving them an opportunity to create some type of persona. So by not showing your hand, they don't know, like, you're leaving these people, like, kind of these people. I feel like, I'm sorry, like, I feel like you keep meeting people that are just not even close to the one or close to what it is that you are looking for. Again, because you're giving them so much up front, and you need to keep some things in for yourself. You need to withhold, you need to hold back. But, you know, so that they are not, I feel like you're meeting people that are two-faced, right? They look like they're one way, but they're really not. They're actually the complete opposite. Like they're really flashy. Like, I feel like these are people that are really flashy. And I feel like this is super important to make sure that your needs are being met. You need to make sure like that your needs are being met. We have the 9 of, this was at the bottom, the 9 of Wands. Like someone, like you need to stand your ground with whatever it is that you want, need, and desire. But in order to do that, you can't just right off the bat tell everybody exactly what you're looking for, because they're going to pretend like they have what you need. Okay? They're going to pretend like they have what you need. Is it fair? Is it right? Is it just? Absolutely not. But you can't negate the fact that that's, I'm hearing that's just the way it is. There are people like that. And to weed them out quickly and get to your true love. Because I feel like when you're doing things like that, like, like I said, seriously, by sharing everything that you want, need, and desire right up front, like it's not attractive to the people that you actually want. The type of person that you really want to attract, that's not attractive to them. Okay. There's no mystery. There's no, the person that you're wanting, they do like to savor the moment. They do like to enjoy the ride and getting to know you. But the people that you're attracting, they like the fact that you show all of your hand because they can quickly get to the business. We're going to say the business. They can quickly get to what they can get in and they can get out. And you're left picking up the pieces. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. So next we have the chaser, which is technically at the top. So there's something to do with, I'm guided to the word, chasing. And then we have hammer. Yeah. Yeah, there's something to do with like your chasing is like, I don't know. Okay. This is about the fear of abandonment that someone may have, that's causing you to chase after this, dream or, this love, this idea, this ideal that you have about romantic love. And there's something to do with like, it's sabotage. It's a way of like sabotaging your pursuit, right, of happiness, your pursuit of love. And then you're having to pick, what did I just say? You have to pick up the pieces. You're having to pick up the pieces. So step 1, we talked about like you needing to slow down, getting to know people, savoring the moment, right? That was step 1. Step 2 is you have to learn how to not show your hand. Don't tell people what you want, like everything that you want all at once. Like some things can, just let things grow and develop, which is actually tied to the savoring of the moment, right? And then finally, there's something to do with like, okay, this is what it is. When someone starts to pull away, because especially if you are attracting narcissists, this is a tactic that they use. Okay, that's what that is. They're triggering you. I use the word trigger. They're triggering you, your fear of abandonment, and what you're doing is you're chasing. You're chasing after the person, but really you're chasing after. I mean, truly, you're chasing after this concept of love that you're wanting, this romantic love, and it's just like, this is a constant state of, sabotage. Like this habit is basically sabotage. Okay. You're self-sabotage, and you're having to rebuild I'm hearing over and over again. Yeah. It's like you keep dealing with the same person over and over again. Okay. What came out now? We have the 8 of Swords. There's something to do with, like you're keeping this is unproductive. Number 1, this habit is very unproductive. It's not getting you to where it is that you want to be. And it's leaving you, not just like you're feeling helpless, and, because it's like you can't, I don't know, someone might have like some type of control issues, like because, and you're trying to control the situation or the relationship or this person, but what you don't realize is they're controlling you. That's what you don't get. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh, geez, we're down to 10% battery. Okay, what else? Oh, geez, pile 2. The World. We have the World. So I feel like not only is this is a vicious cycle that you're having to end. I'm just looking at the circle. I'm looking at the infinity. Like this is a vicious cycle that you're really being asked to heal, and you're really being asked to put an end to that. Okay. That's critical to, you know, your end goal. And let me cover this one, you guys. Or I might not. We have the Three of Pentacles. So we have the Three of Pentacles. There's something that you need to work on. For some of you guys, I'm just going to say it could be something to do with, like, some of you might need to work with, you know, like either like a counselor, a therapist, a friend, or something like that. Someone that's going to help you or guide you. Could be like a coach, you know, whatever. That's going to help assist you with this. Okay. But what you don't see, like once you address all of those issues or those steps, look at the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups here, right? That happy family that you're looking for, it's looking for you, but you know, you can't skip these steps. There's something to do with, like, you cannot skip those steps. And at the top, we have here the King of Swords. There's something to do with, like, you just needing to be logical in this situation. Or, you know, I keep hearing something about the pursuit of happiness, right? Okay. So let's see what else we get. We're going to make it, you guys. We're going to make it just in the nick of time here, right? But let's get your final messages. And you guys remember to hit that like button. Let me know if this message resonates with you. Let me know if you like this type of reading. Yeah, show some love. All right, let's see. What else do we have for pile 2? What do you need to know? Was guided to look down. It said, tree, let them go. I feel like it's like some type of person that you keep dealing with. Like the guidance is for you to let that particular phase of your life, or that habit, or that person, that persona, that character that you keep dealing with, you need to let them go. But we have thorns, weave together the crown that you deserve. I feel like, you know, this is like the most high God, universe trying to tell you that, you know, you deserve so much more. They want so much more for you, but it's like, you got to put that crown on. You have to recognize and realize just who the freaking frack you are, right? We have Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. There's something to do with, like, I see someone that might need to, like, if you don't like the idea of like working with another person, maybe you need to work with yourself. I'm hearing me, myself, and I is all I got in the end. That's what I found out. So you may want to, like, just do something that has to do with, like, journaling, meditation, or, you know, something like that. But also you need to just, like, relax, just like chill out when it comes to dating and love and relationships. You're going to get some. There's someone that says that. I don't remember his name, but he says you're going to get some. You're going to get some. And then we have bitch fire, stand up for yourself. I feel like, you know, especially when we talked about someone who keeps attracting narcissists or whatever, like, you know, I don't know if you're waiting on someone to come in and save you, like through love, but no, like that's not how that works. You guys are essentially, you're not saving, they're not saving you, you're not saving them. You guys are complementing one another. Okay. You're not filling in gaps for one another. You have no gaps. You're whole and complete. Okay. And if you are not feeling whole and complete, then there's something that you need to work on. Okay, you need to work on repairing. If, you know, you're dealing with people that they have all of these gaps and they're not whole and complete, like, let them go until they fix that. Okay, because that's not your job. Your job is not to fix people. Yeah, we have at the top, sword, make the change. There's something to do with, like, some type of drastic change that you're being asked to make, or you're being required to make. And I really feel like it has something to do with, like, making or setting some type of boundaries and standing on them. Boundaries for yourself, and boundaries for this person or this type of person that you're dealing with. You need to establish that you're not going to be chasing behind no doggone body. Okay? You're not going to chase behind anyone. And when you see that people are pulling away, let them do their thing. Okay? Let them go. I split the deck and it says Voyage. You already have all the answers. So I'm just going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful, pile 2. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good juicy stuff. If you would like your own personal reading, please check out the description box. I love you and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Pile 3, we are going to go ahead and jump into your reading to see what steps you need to take to attract true love. But first, we're going to go ahead and start off with the Situation Love Oracle deck before we use the deck that you selected. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good juicy stuff. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, check out the description box, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started, all right? Okay, so messages for pile 3. What steps does pile 3 need to, oh, interesting. Oh, geez. Need to take, do we keep this? I don't really like how that kind of flew out, but yes or no? Yes, okay. So yeah, we have the first one we have is key on a ring. The second one, and these are going to be used for your steps. The second one is love. And the third one is sword and rose. So, and just so you know, this love was from pile 1 in the exact same place. So that is definitely interesting. You may have been kind of leaning towards one, or you may have selected piles 1 and 3, right? Or maybe you're watching all of them, which that works out just as well, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with the first one, which is key on a ring. And key on a ring says many options. Sorry, that's bothering me. We have many options. We have unconventional. We have one night stand, and we have string along. Okay. So we have what I'm really guided to is the word unconventional. Just immediately, I'm guided to unconventional. I feel like for some of you guys with this particular deck, you may see relationships or think that all relationships have to look like a certain way. For some of you guys, this could be related to, like, you know, maybe you were raised, you know, in a 2-parent home where, you know, your family, like your mom and dad had a certain type of relationship, or whoever raised you, the masculine and the feminine in the relationship, like you're trying to design your idea of what love looks like or what relationships look like around someone else or someone else's ideas. Even if you weren't raised in that type of environment, it could be that, like, maybe people talk to you about what, you know, hearing that's the way love goes. You know, someone may have like filled your head with like ideas of like, this is what love, true love looks like. For some of you guys, it could be something like Disney. For some of you guys, it could even be, you know, for example, the church, or, you know, just like society or friends, or, you know, whatever, family. So you get the idea, right? But I feel like for you, like that may work for whoever this person is or whoever those people are. That may work for them, right? Or that may fit their idea of love, but I feel like it's not working for you. So your step 1, it has something to do with realizing that there's more than one way to skin a cat with these many options. And there's something to do with opening yourself up to the unconventional, to different types of, relationships. I keep hearing the word poly. So for some of you guys, and this is not for all of you, but some of you guys are actually open to the concept or idea of poly, but perhaps like you're embarrassed, or like you don't feel like your family or your friends would be open or accepting to it. Okay. But they're not living your life, right? So there could be something to do with that. You could be bisexual or something like that. And maybe that's why you're more open to the concept of, polyamorous relationships, or the polyamorous lifestyle, or, I don't know. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's clarify this, the unconventional. I feel like someone needs to open themselves up, or if this is for you, and it doesn't have to be polyamory, you guys, it could just be something different. Like let's give a couple of ideas, because I feel like, some people might be like in a tizzy, like I'm not for polyamory, like there's, whatever. It's whatever works for the individuals in the relationship, and it's for whatever works for the consenting adults. And the key word is consenting, right? It has to be consensual. But if that is not your cup of tea, if that's not your thing, right? Like you could never and you would never, it could be something like maybe it might be something to do with, like, I don't know, I feel like someone is blaming like the other party, like the other gender, or whatever your preference is. Like, there are no good men to, that want to marry, or there are no good women that want to marry. Like there's something to do with that. But for some of you guys, if you actually dig a little bit deeper, it's you that has a fear of marriage. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like someone's like, excuse me. Yeah. Some of you guys have a fear of not commitment. I don't feel like you have a fear of commitment. It is something to do with the idea of, like, I'm here, make it last forever and ever. Make it last. Like it's like, as soon as, perhaps like in your relationships, as soon as you start talking about marriage, or you guys start like fiddling around with the concept of marriage, things kind of go downhill from there. And this is not for everyone. This is just like a different scenario, right? For those of you that are like, ain't no way with the poly. I feel like there's something to do with like the actual word marriage, right? Like you would be totally okay in a long-term committed relationship, life partner type thing, but maybe, just maybe, there's something to do with like, oh yeah, going back to like how you were raised or what you saw. If the relationship that was modeled for you was not necessarily pleasant to witness, it could have deep-seated, like there might have been some seeds that were planted that made you shy away from the concept of marriage, or thinking that marriages don't, like, even if people stay married for like, 50 or 100 years, you've realized that it doesn't mean that they're happy. And you may have seen a couple that they were together for like umpteen years, but they were miserable. And you don't want that. You really do want true love. And so there could have been some seeds of doubt planted that have to do with marriage, with actual marriage. And maybe it is something to do with, like, maybe you saw a messy divorce. So maybe if it's like I'm hearing hand fasting, is that what they did like back in the day? So maybe it's not something that is recognized through the state or the country that you're in. Maybe it's something that, like, you're open to a marriage that is with you and your person, and the Most High or God, right? You're okay with that, but you don't want the state involved in your business. Or, maybe the person, your true love, maybe that's their thing. Maybe it's not, like, maybe they don't want the state, like in their business, or the country in their business, or government in their business. Like it could be something like that. And you're going to have to decide if you're going to be able to be okay with that. And if you can respect that, or, maybe your partner will. So there's something to do with that. Like, the unconventional. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. The first card under this one, so your first step, like you're going to have to be open to different alternative forms of like true love, or like it really has something to do with like I'm hearing the sanctity of marriage, or something to do with commitment. Like you have to be open to the fact that it can look like there is no one way that with how it has to look. Okay. Like just because you don't have a ring, and I'm speaking from someone that I've done that. Like I've been married. So, and I mean, I don't know. I used to feel like that was like the only way to be, or the only way to go, or, whatever. But, there's something to do with, for this group, you have to open up your options, or you have to like expand your mind when it comes to this. Because just know that those thoughts about like there's only one way, like that didn't come from you, that didn't come from your soul, that didn't come from your heart, that came from what you were taught. And once you're able to open yourself up to another way, right? Like you're no longer boxing yourself in. That was more of a rectangle, but I feel like that's where you will start to see forward movement when it comes to, getting closer to your, if you believe in like a one true love, or, just a solid relationship that works, that's going to really work out. Okay. Yeah. Wow. What else do we have? Yeah, we have the 8 of raindrops. This says walk away. At the bottom, we have the Lovers, duality. I mean, there's something to do with, what is that? Schrodinger's cat, that theory. Like two things can be true at the same time, and you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to walk away from that. There's only my way or the highway type attitude, or there's only one way that you remember. I think I said there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? And at the top, we have the Fool, take the leap. Some of you guys might shy away from that because you feel like, maybe people are going to call you crazy, or, look at you like you're being foolish, or, like what you're doing is foolish. But really, I feel like this is the beginning. Like this marks, like once this right here, this first step, like this marks the beginning. I'm hearing a whole new world. So there's something to do with that, you guys. What else? What else? Yep, we have the Oracle of Lightning, and it says determination. I feel like this has something to do with like, do you want to be right? Or do you want to attract your true love? Because for some of you guys, it might be that your true love is not one for the conventional. They're not one for the traditional. Okay, this could be you, or this could be your, your future partner, but someone is, one of these things is doing its own thing. I'm hearing that one of these things is doing its own thing. One of these things is just not the same. Someone looks at life different. And this is about like you're having to expand your horizons, or, there's open up your mind to just something different. Yeah. And I'm hearing try it, you might like it. So I don't know. That's interesting. But at the bottom, we have the 9 of raindrops. It says emotional stability. I feel like whatever this is, like this type of relationship, it actually, you're going to find that it keeps you calm. and it's like it just works. There's something to do with like things just being balanced out in it the way that it is. However it's looking for you, I feel like you already know, like, or you have an idea of what this is, but I feel like it just works. For those of you where it's about, you know, like there's a fear, someone has a fear of like the word marriage, like the concept of marriage, you know, something being like, feeling like the government is like in your business type thing. I feel like taking that away just is going to keep you a lot more, sane, a lot more emotionally calm and stable, either you or your person, to where you can focus on the main thing. With this 9 of gems, this is about abundance. This is about, you can focus on the main thing. You can focus on love, on what makes you happy, on what is fulfilling to you. Okay. So yeah, the first thing for you is being open to different, something unique, something different when it comes to like what commitment, what true love, what relationships really, like how it's supposed to look. I'm going back, some of you guys, and this is not my business, right? So you don't need to say anything in the comments about it. But for some of you guys, you may not be ready to admit, but you're attracted to the same sex, but you live a life like a very traditional looking life. Like that's a choice that you've made, and someone needs to be open to exploring that side of them or that aspect of them. I'm not saying that whoever you are, it doesn't mean that you're ashamed. Like, let's say, going back to, I said, someone might like some of you guys might be bisexual with this pile 3. It may not necessarily be, I don't feel like you're ashamed of it, but I feel like maybe you've only ever like, let's say you deal with same sex right now, like you've only ever dealt with the same sex, but you really are attracted to the opposite sex as well, and you've kind of identified yourself, through a particular group, and you don't want to feel like any embarrassment or feel like someone is going to guilt you or shame you, and you're really wanting to try something. Like, you need to be open to the opposite sex, or you can switch that. Like, you have always dealt with purely heterosexual relationships, but you technically you're bisexual. And that's, but you've identified, or like to the outside world, you are definitely heterosexual because that's all that they've seen. Like you might need to open yourself up to same sex. I mean, I don't know if there's something to do with that. Yeah. Yeah. At the bottom was planning. So I don't know if someone's like, well, how the heck do I do that? Especially if it's not what you're used to. And I don't know. I have no idea. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Number 2 is love, and it says unconditional love. We have self-love and wholeness. We have affection and attraction, and we have selflessness. And what I'm actually guided to for you guys, I'm not guided, like pile 1, it was like self-love and wholeness is what I was guided to. For you guys, I'm actually, it's something to do with affection and attraction. Yeah. For some of you guys, okay, so for some of you guys, like if you, like when you deal with people, either, I don't know, like put yourself where you go, but it's either you are with someone and you never let them know, like you don't really show, like you're not big on PDA, right? You're not big on, heck, what's public displays of affection, but what is it when you're like in your own home? Like some of you guys are not you're not overly affectionate people, okay? or you're dealing with people that are not overly affectionate, and let's say that that's something that you want, need, and desire. So step 2 is like, you need to figure out where you are on this spectrum. Is it you, or is it the people that you're attracting? If if the people that you're attracting they're not overly affectionate, but that's something that you really desire, like that's something that, it's not that you need it, but it makes you feel like, who doesn't want to feel like they're loved, and who doesn't want to feel like, their significant other is attracted to them? If that's where you lie in this one, there's something to do with like just being strategic in the type of people that you're with, making sure that you're like making sure that they complement, or that they're able to provide you with whatever this is that you need, like if this is a need of yours. And there might be some things that you can actually do, like, making sure that, like, you might have to be, I don't know, I'm seeing the leadership card, even though, I'm not even shuffling or anything, but I'm seeing the leadership card. Like, you might have to be the leader when it comes to this. Like, everybody has their own deal going on, right? So you might have to initiate some of the affection, some of the hugs and the kisses and the cuddles, so that your person is more comfortable with it. Or if it's just like, let's say that you're dealing with people that's just not their thing, like it doesn't matter, like they just don't want to, then you're probably dealing with the wrong people. And you have to just kind of be open to that. Like you're dealing with the wrong people. And when you see that you're with someone who doesn't, like, they can't feel that need for you, you're gonna have to get gone. You're gonna have to release them with love. Okay. Now, if it's you that you struggle with showing love and affection, or something like that, it could be, I don't know, I really do feel the sense of like someone that just like, there's a lack of some type of confidence, or like maybe that just wasn't modeled for them growing up. And, like, that it's a thing, and you like hugs and kisses and cuddles, but like you're not really very confident when it comes to just, outright showing that or something like that. It might be like you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. I'm supposed to be doing cards here, but you might need to step out of your comfort zone, when it comes to that. Also, there could be, for one of you, some of you, none of you, I don't know. But like, if there's something to do with like not feeling like your partner thinks that you're attractive, I feel like that could be more of like a projection. You're projecting that energy or those thoughts onto your partner or your partners. And what it really is that you're not feeling attractive yourself, because maybe you're not pouring into yourself. I'm looking at my nails. So maybe you're not doing the things that you typically like to do to look good and feel good. And so there's no fault there. Just get back into doing that. Okay. So I don't know, but let's see what the cards say. Yeah. Here we have the 7 of raindrops. So this is choices. Know that like there are some things like with this affection and attraction, like know that you have choices. Remember, I talked about like if you're attracting people that they don't show this affection and attraction towards you, like you don't have to stick around. You don't have to stay with them. Like if you have a conversation, you talk about it, you let them know that this is a want, need, or desire, you model it for them, you take, a charge of it, and you do to them as you want them to do unto you, and still nothing, nada. Know that you have choices. You don't have to stick around in that type of environment or in that particular relationship. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. We have the 5 of clouds, which says defeat here. Yeah. We have 16, the tower, upheaval, like, yeah. Sometimes I'm hearing it all falls down. Sometimes you just gotta know when to let it go. I'm hearing looks like another love TKO. Yeah. And that's okay. Not everybody is for everybody. Like, be okay with that. Okay. But again, step 2, this is about like knowing where you stand as it relates to affection and attraction. So either you're needing to show more affection and attraction, or you're needing to connect yourself. You're needing to talk to your partners about this need, want, and desire that you have for attraction and desire. Or you need to make sure that you're aligning yourself with people that's what they do. Or you're needing to, you know, for someone in particular, it could just be the attraction part. There's something to do with like going to that kind of like to that self-love. Like you need to pour back into your looks. Like I feel like that might have been something that you used to do, but you're no longer doing. So just to kind of clarify that. But we have the 9 of clouds. And so there is anxiety. I feel like for some of you guys, it does cause like some great deal of anxiety, either to show this affection and attraction or to demand this affection, or someone showing you that they actually are attracted to you. Okay. And you need to unload that burden. Figure out, like, you need to pinpoint where you are as it relates to this, and you're going to have to just act accordingly. And I feel like it's going to be different for each of you, because there's definitely several scenarios here. At the top, we have the Apprentice of Lightning, and it says adventure. I feel like this is definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone, whatever this is. Like, you're going to have to do something a little bit different, just like we talked about with the unconventional, right? You're going to have to look at things different, or you're going to have to do some things different. I mean, just all around. What's trying to pop out is duality again, you know, with the 6, the Lovers. 2 things can be true at the same time, right? So let's see. We have one more for the affection and attraction, and it is perceptive. I'm telling you, this is the Oracle of Clouds. I feel like either you need to get clear on what it is that you want, need, and desire, or where it is that you fall into play when it comes to this. And I feel like it's going to definitely open your eyes as you're moving forward and looking for true love, or you're going through like the dating. I feel like I'm spitting everywhere. Like as you're going through the dating scene and everything like that. Okay. At the bottom, we have 20. It says judgment, which is, you know, the reckoning. And I feel like, I don't know, for some of you guys, your love life might be kind of, I don't know, dead, like kind of stagnant. I feel like it's going to bring some things back to life, or maybe the way that you feel about dating and your love life. Like, you know, maybe you feel like there's no snowball chance in, you know, HE double hockey sticks that, you know, things are going to look better, or that you're going to find this true love. And I feel like with these, definitely the step 1 and the step 2, incorporating these so far, like it's going to bring things back to life for you. It's going to shake some things up a little bit for you. Look at that. We have the Hierophant, which says unlearn. I'm telling you, there's some things that you were taught that you're going to have to unlearn. You're going to have to, you know, I'm here and do something strange for a little bit of change. But for this end result of true love, you're going to have to do something, some things that you might feel like they are strange, like perhaps they are strange to you, but just meaning that they're different. Oh, wow. So the last one that we have is the Sword and Rose, and I've already kind of jumped the gun there. But for the Sword and Rose, it says clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, and then we have determination. What do we need for this one? Okay, so yeah, I was thinking that anyway, but determination, like you're going to have to make up your mind as to, I'm hearing, how do you want it? How does it feel? Like you're going to have to decide, do you really want this thing? You know, like what did I say earlier? I think I said for you, do you want to be right? Or do you want your true love? Do you want this relationship? Okay. And that's funny because we have determination, and then we have the 8 of Gems, which is hard work. Like, if you feel like, you know, I don't know, like maybe there's something to do with like you feeling like it's going to be too hard, or like, you know, relationships are too hard. I feel like that's more of what it is. But it's not about it being hard or easy. It's about, you know, you making a determination, you being determined to make things kind of work out in your favor, or you're determined to be fulfilled and happy. Okay. Yeah, at the bottom we have Six of Lightning, which is victory. This is about you not giving up on love. That's really what it is. Look at that. I said, you being fulfilled, and we have the 10 of raindrops, which is fulfillment. Like, you have to be determined to, still pursue love, or, yeah, there's something to do with that. And we have emotional maturity here. Someone, like, there has to be, like, I don't know if some of you guys just, like, when the tough gets going, some of you guys just go. Right? Like, it's like, I quit, right? You just shut down completely. And no offense, but that's not necessarily the most mature way to go about relationships. There's something to do with making sure that you at least give the other person, like, the opportunity to make whatever changes, or because it's not necessarily, it may not be that they have to, like, go out of their way to make a change. Just like, if you're not clear on what you want, need, and desire, then there's no way for them to be clear. Especially with that duality card kept coming out. Maybe you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, whatever, however that song goes. Like, maybe you're kind of doing a little bit too much of that. But it's not that you're doing it intentionally. I feel like you may not be necessarily clear. Like, you might be in the land of in between, something, like, what you're doing is trying to fit into that box or rectangle, right? But that's not really where your heart and soul really wants to be when it comes to love. So, but at the bottom, we have collaboration. You have to be willing to work with people, to work together for a successful relationship. And, yeah, just know that it's a journey, right? With that adventure. What else? Pile 3. Yeah, look at that. We have the 2 of raindrops. It's this partnership. You have to know, like, someone has to be open to, working. Look, and there's the collaboration back at the bottom. And I promise you, what did I put? I actually put something else at the bottom before I started shuffling. I don't remember which one it was. But, like, this is heavy on the partnership, heavy on the collaboration, heavy on the being open and willing and determined to work things through and to work with another person. Okay. Yeah. We have generosity. And I feel like, with the 6 of gems, there's something to do with, like, being open to some give and some take, right? You don't want to give everything, but you don't want to take everything when it comes to the relationship either. Okay. So someone needs to be open to other ways of seeing things or doing things when it comes to love and relationships. It might be more on that unconventional side. Some of you guys are going to have to figure out where you land or where you lie with this affection and attraction. And you're going to have to, make adjustments accordingly, or implement something according to where you are on the affection the displays of affection, where you are on that spectrum. And then there's something to do with, like, not giving up, making it, like, being determined or determining for yourself whether or not this is something that you truly want. Okay. We talked about, do you want to be right, or do you want your true love? Okay. So let's pull just a few more cards here. Oh, wow. Forgive came out in pile 1. We have Princess. You can be your own knight. And we have Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. I feel like some of you guys are going to definitely have to just kind of take some time to yourself to determine, where you want to go. Like, from this point forward, from this moment forward, where do you want to go? How do you want this to look when it comes to love and relationships? Like, what are you open to? Yeah. if you've been holding on to like someone else's ideas of love and relationship and what it should look like and commitments and things like that, you're going to have to release that. Okay. It might not, like, it's not for some of you guys, those old traditional views that may have been kind of implanted in you is what I'm hearing. That might not be really in your best interest. It might not it might not lead to success with what it is that you're wanting. Okay. Because you have to, with this, you can be your own knight. You can come up with your own your own ideals when it comes to love and relationships. Okay. So that's what we have. I hope that these messages were helpful. If it resonates, definitely leave it in the comments. If you want your own personal reading with me, check the description box. But if you want more of these readings, you guys definitely engage. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, all of that good stuff. I love you and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah.